But first tonight, we're working developing news on a shooting at the Providence Place Mall that we first told you about on Eyewitness News Live at 5. Here's the latest. A 19-year-old who was shot inside the parking garage is being treated at Rhode Island Hospital.
No arrests have been made, but one person was taken in for questioning. The search continues for several suspects.
The mall was closed for the rest of the night and did not reopen, but will open tomorrow as usual. And we have team coverage of the mall shooting. Eyewitness News reporter Sheena Loshudo standing by with more on the chaos and confusion of the whole incident.
But first, let's go to Eyewitness News reporter Caroline Goggin with the latest on the investigation. Caroline?
Well, Mike and Shannon, the search continues tonight for the suspects involved in this case. Police telling us at least a dozen men could have been involved in this afternoon shooting here at the Providence Place Mall. Tonight, there is only one shooter that they are looking for, and they tell us the man who was shot, he's in stable condition. Some were inside dressing rooms.
We were just in J. Crew and a sales associate came up to us and said we need to evacuate immediately.
Others ushered out of the movie theater.
We were able to get away without any instances.
As shoppers were evacuated from Providence Place Monday afternoon, a large police presence filled the mall, responding to a shooting outside Nordstrom on the second floor of the parking garage.
We saw all of the tons of cop cars. We heard the sirens. They were grabbing rifles out of their trunks and shotguns, and it was insane.
Providence police got the call around 4:40, arriving on scene to find a young man shot with non-life-threatening wounds to his leg.
The initial investigation reveals there is a fight amongst two groups of kids, young men, in the mall on the second floor outside the Foot Locker.
Providence Police Chief Colonel Hugh Clements says the fight extended from Foot Locker into Nordstrom and then out to the parking garage.
The fight escalates where someone pulls out a firearm and that young man is shot.
Colonel Clements says the victim came back into Providence Place, as did some of the suspects, who then quickly fled the area. The search continues for them tonight. Chief Clements telling us he isn't ruling out gang activity in this case just yet.
Kind of went textbook, in all honesty. And the assailant's at large, but there's no doubt in my mind within a short amount of time we'll identify him and apprehend him.
So again, no arrests have been made in this case tonight. Police would not give us any particulars on the suspects in the case because they believe they have a pretty good handle on this investigation as of yet. Colonel Clements telling us he hopes to have another update come morning. Reporting live in Providence, I'm Caroline Goggin, Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Caroline. And while all of this was going down, there was a lot of confusion inside the mall, even for the people who work there. Eyewitness News reporter Sheena Loshudo spoke with an employee who tells us what it was like for her. Sheena joins us now from outside the mall. Sheena.
Shannon, I spoke with several employees who told me that customers were the first to tell them there was a shooting inside the mall. And for moments they thought there's no way that could be true until they heard the alarms and saw the police. It was what she saw with her own eyes that made one mall employee realize something wasn't right.
And all we seen was a bunch of cop cars pull up out of nowhere and cops were running inside with their guns already out.
Working on the first floor, she witnessed the panic, but she says she had no idea what was going on or why police were in the mall.
Like 2 minutes later, all you hear is the cops yelling to everyone, "Everyone get out, everyone leave now."
The employees hid behind the counter as they saw the chaos. She says it wasn't until a coworker's wife called that the group received any information.
And that's when we found out that there was a shooting in the parking garage. We still had no idea.
Other employees reached out to us frustrated about the communication.
There's always going to be that chaos in the initial moments preceding the shooting.
So I asked the chief what kind of protocol is in place in these types of situations. He says Providence police train with mall security to always be prepared.
They practice to shelter in place and secure themselves and wait for the professionals to come, the Providence police, to secure the building, and they did exactly that.
And we received conflicting reports from customers about whether or not people had to pay while they were leaving the parking garage. However, we did see police checking the cars as they were leaving, so that could have added to the delay as well. Reporting live in Providence, I'm Sheena Loshudo, Eyewitness News.
And stay with Eyewitness News for the latest on tonight's mall shooting on air and online. Our coverage continues over at 11 on WPRI 12.